Hello members and welcome to the turtlefollower.com, where we teach you how to stop predicting and start reacting. My name is Steve and we are going to take a look at the model portfolio for the trading account as of Saturday, December 26th, 2015. Before we get into the charts, I just want to go through what actually happened this week. We closed out of 3 trades this week, APC, MOS, and OI. Out of those 3 trades, we took a nice $277 profit out of the market. The Mosaic trade was a little disappointing because we did have a nice gain on that one, and then we pretty much gave all that back and then some on the quick 2-day move. But we're trying to just be systematic in our approach, identify small consolidations, continue to trail stops, and see how far we can take these trades. So for that one, we followed our plan. It was just a little disappointing on how we got stopped out. As far as our other positions go, you could see here McDonald's and our new position HRS, which is our only new position that we added this week, are leading the way. HRS up a quick 2.6%. Overall in the portfolio, we'll have a $60 profit, and for the month of December, down about $673. And for the year, since we started this in early December or early November, down about $222. So if we take a look at the performance compared to the S&P, you could see that the S&P had a nice big rebound this week, and that was one of the reasons that we underperformed. Remember, at the beginning of last week, we were overweight in bullish trades. We started to get stopped out of those. Then we were overweight in bearish trades. So we were a little bit backwards going forward, and these quick reversals are very difficult to handle from a trading perspective when you have to rotate out as quickly as the market has moved. So we did have from last week to this week, we did have a nice rebound of about 0.7%, and that was about $360 in the portfolio. So as far as, like I said, as far as our positions go, I think we're positioned very nicely. You can see we are overweight. I do think that maybe this bullish run continues for a little bit, but we have the opportunity now to go through and trail some stops, and that's exactly what I want to do right now. I want to go through all of our positions. There's no new positions because we'll take a quick look through the 52-week high list, but there's no new positions. Nothing really setting up to my liking, but what I do want to do, like I said, is go through all of our positions one by one and show you exactly how we intend to trail these stops higher. So first, before we get into that, let's just take a quick look at the 52-week highs. All right, the first one, Nectar Therapeutics is already breaking out. Nectar Therapeutics already breaking out. We kind of missed that one, and that's a healthcare name, but you could see it's coming up against resistance right around 1750. So that was one of the reasons I didn't take that trade. First Solar had a little gap higher, not really the type of breakout we'd be looking for, but it's not a breakout to 52-week highs, or it is a breakout to 52-week highs, not a breakout on the 3-year weekly chart, which is what I like to look for too. I don't really like to see too much resistance in our way. NetEase, again, just not really setting up the way I want. LPX, again, nice breakout, but look at the run it's had before getting there. That's not what we look for at all. Therapeutics MD, again, broke out, but just continues to make those 52-week highs. IPG, this is close. This one's also in our watch list for the core account, but you can see that one is setting up very nicely for a potential breakout. Kroger, all right, this is one that we could look at eventually. You can see here's that weekly chart, consolidation on the weekly. You also have that same small little consolidation on the daily chart. So this is definitely one that we'll keep an eye on here for a potential move, continued move to the upside. And what we would do then is that would be a breakout over the 4250 area with a stop right around 4050. All right, TMO was one that I've had on my list for a while, waiting for the right time to get in this one. But you can see we're finally above that 140 area. Stop would be down here around 132, and here's that consolidation. So maybe a little bit of a wide stop, but ultimately it is breaking out or looking to break out from a weekly and a daily pattern. I just don't like that it's had this huge 3-day run without a little bit more consolidation. So this V-shaped reversal at the top is kind of what kept me out of that one. ACE we went over in the free account video, but this one is potentially setting up similar to APG or IPG for a continued breakout, and that'll be one we'll definitely keep an eye on. Other than that, really nothing else on that 52-week high list. So like I said, what I want to do is go through our positions and kind of show you what we're talking about, and take a moment to just kind of show how we're looking to trail these stops. So we're already in this position in Adobe. It's worked out well for us. We got in position so far. Small profit, nothing major, but a small profit. So what are we looking for now in Adobe? Well, what I am looking for, and we'll just make this bigger so it's easier to understand, is I want to continue to draw boxes and lines. All right, that's all I want to do. All right, so here you could see a pullback, a reversal. That identifies this as a swing low, and that's exactly where we're taking our stop. All right, so we're going to call this one 90.50. Okay, so again, we just want to identify boxes and lines. And when we can identify a box and have a bounce off the bottom of what is a perceived box, that's where I want to put my stop. BDX, all right, similar situation in BDX. Okay, we are in this trade already. We have identified the first box. We got the breakout. Here's the second box. All right, these boxes are just merely consolidation patterns. So you could actually look at this as two different boxes if you wanted to, depending on what your style is. All right, you could look at it like that. Wrong button. And then you could look at it like that. All right, and for me, I want to be able to trail these stops as quickly as possible. So we're going to trail this one again to this 152 area. All right, let's make it actually 152. Let's be a little under 152, 151.99. All right, and that tells me now that we've had this box, a breakout, a pullback, identified a second box, and that's our next stop. All right, BMY. Okay, again, we'll look at this one. And what are we looking at? Well, instead of having one big box, we have this box. Then we have this box, and we got a breakout. All right, and now we have, again, let's just do it this way. And now we have this box setting up. So we're looking for a move and a breakout back over this 71 area, and we're looking for the stop to be right here around 67.25. Okay, so you can see we're just making boxes and lines. It's that simple. All right, here we are, DPS, another trade for us. All right, and what do we have? Well, we have a box. All right, it broke out of that box, and now it's making another one. All right, so what are we going to do? Well, we're going to trail our stop up 91.23 and take some profits off the table. All right, FFIV, it works the same with the lower, with the trades that go to the downside. All right, so here's that setup. All right, we had the consolidation, we had the breakdown, and here's the next box. All right, they overlap, and we just continue to trail them. So now if we turn around and break out over 101.22, we're out of the trade. Goldcorp. All right, you can see this one is one that I never trailed the stop. I screwed up. All right, so what are we going to do? Are we going to freak out? No, it's just, you know, unfortunate. My stop should have been here, right around this 12 buck area. We had a nice big rally back. All right, but what we're looking for, remember, is we're not necessarily looking for an area where we test. All right, we're looking for an actual reversal. All right, so here the reversal happened on the 17th. We had this big move higher, big gap lower, a move to the downside. That's what identifies the top of that box. And you can see we tested that area twice. All right, I should have been trailing the stop down. I didn't. It stays where it is, right around that $13 level. HOG, another name. You can see we've actually had 3 boxes form. Okay, so we had this one, We have this one and now this one. And this one just is extending over, and our stop is in a good spot. All right. So again, I just want you to understand that to trail these stops isn't as necessarily as difficult as you may think. All right. We're just looking to trail, make boxes, and make lines, and that's it. All right. So now here you have HRS is our new position, and this is one that's running on us. So you have an option. Do you will let it consolidate, and hopefully it continues to run, or you take the quick money? All right. I want to be consistent in my process. So with that said, I want to watch for this to potentially pull back a little bit, consolidate, and then move higher. So for right now, my stop stays where it is. Till I could draw a box, I don't move my stop. All right, and that's for this the trading account that we're working in here. All right, here you have J&J. All right, and let's get this back the way it should be. All right, so here we have a box. We broke out, and now what do we have again? Well, it looks like a nice bounce off that 50-day moving average, so we're going to trail our stop up slightly. Let's call it 100.7. KMB. All right, again, looking at this from a trading perspective, we have a box, a breakout, and then what do we have here? Okay. Another box. All right, so now we broke out, we came back, we pulled back, broke out of that same box, so we trail stop. Let's call it 101 or 123.28. Okay, very simple. All right, as long as it continues to make boxes and go higher, that means it's still trending higher. That means we're staying in the trade. All right, here we have McDonald's. You can see one box, two boxes, three boxes, and now here we are with our fourth box. So the stop gets trailed up. 115.75 in McDonald's. Okay, so I hope this is somewhat understandable of why we're doing this. Because remember, this is a trading account. This is where we're looking to generate income. All right, we've already made the box here in Microsoft. So we're going to trail that stop. Let's call it 53.49. All right, just a little below the 50-day moving average. All right, but there is another consolidation, and that is exactly what we want to see in all of our trades. That's how I try and give it enough time to continue its trend, but also try and lock in profits as quickly as possible. All right, here is time. All right, so we had this nice breakdown that was on the 14th. It is now continued to go sideways. All right, it came back up, tested what at that point we didn't know was the top of a box, broke down again. That identifies that as a swing point. Now went back, bounced off the bottom. Now we know the low of the box, and here we are. All right, so it takes a little bit of patience, and it's not the easiest thing to do, but understand that this is meant for generating income, and the best way to do that is to always be trailing your stop and walking that fine line between letting a position run and taking it off. All right, so here we have, what do we got? WDC. All right, we're going to move that to 63.21. And you can see we had the move down, we went back up, came back down, swing area. We've now broken the trend line, all right, which is a concern. But potentially now this could go back up, hit 63.21, and we're out of the trade. All right, because we don't want to give back too much in these names. All right, so this is a way that we're going to try and take these off as quickly as possible and really follow the ebbs and flows in the market. So again, you know, we're just simply making boxes, we're making lines, and that's all we're doing. So if you can make a box, you can trail a stop. All right, that's a rule. And once you can make that box, you trail that stop, you don't think twice about it. All right, for core accounts, a little different. All right, it's a little bit more of a, a little bit more of an art than a science. For me, I'm trying to make the trading account more of a science than an art. Make a box, trail your stop. Make a box, trail your stop. Make a box, trail your stop. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Again, those are our positions. We're not looking to add anything at this point. We'll revisit this come Monday. And other than that, have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll catch you next week. Take care.